Welcome to Hood Champion Boxing and Sports. In boxing, you find a way to win or you find a way to lose. Hold your horses. Hood Champion may have taken it to the stupid. Now make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. Follow me on Twitter. You can follow me on Instagram. Become a member to the channel. I mean, if you enjoy the content, what does it hurt you to spend $3 a month, $4 a month? You know what I mean? I have 2 paying members, and to those 2, I really appreciate you. But if we get more people, then great. We almost at 13,000. How nice it would be to have everybody paying $1. What's up, little man? Anyway, make sure you leave that donation for that fried rice and chicken wings. Open the door. That's my little one. What's up?
Nothing.
I'm doing a video. You need something?
No, but I can ride my bike.
You want to go back outside and ride your bike? Okay, in 10 minutes. Okay. That's my 7-year-old. So 2 years ago, I'm going to talk boxing, but I got to tell you this. So he was riding a balance bike from like age 3 to like, he's 7, to about 5.5. He outgrew the balance bike. I bought him a bicycle because he could balance. He's zipping all around. He just didn't want to ride the bicycle. And I have 4 sons, so I learned don't force anything on your children. So finally, he wanted to ride his bike that's been brand new, sitting in the garage for a year and a half. So I took him out on a Friday night, but with the training wheels, and I took the training wheels off, but the pedals were hurting him. So I took the pedals off, and he regained his balance. So he's balancing all around it. I put the pedals back on Saturday, and he's riding all around the neighborhood now. So now he just wants to go outside and ride his bike for about 5 minutes every 10 minutes. So he'll pedal for 5 minutes, come in the house, drink something, celebrate, and go back on his bike. And I'm glad because that way I don't have inside children. I like them to be outside. That being said, Terence Crawford turned down the Unification at 154. True or false? Let me tell you this. I'm sure Crawford has been turning down fights at 154, but you can't blame him. I sat there and watched Fundora fight last night, and I'm being honest with you. I watched Fundora fight. Very fair to Fundora. I think Fundora is a bad boy, but I got to be honest with you. Outside of Fundora throwing a fast, stiff jab, I don't see Fundora having anything that's going to give a guy like Terence Crawford a problem. You know what I'm saying? Terence Crawford got the WBA strap. The man got 41 wins. I'm not saying he's ever seen anything like Fundora, but I just don't see Fundora's jab. If Crawford can take that away from him, okay, he's got the IQ, speed, ability, and Crawford has long arms. His reach is 74. Fundora's like 80, 81. Lubin is 75. But Crawford can take that jab away from him and then find himself in the safe zone, danger zone for Fundora, and can unload and probably knock him out. But then the Fundora uppercut, that's deadly. But I'm just being honest. You can say Crawford putting duck sauce on the fried rice. I don't think so. What's the motivation for Crawford to go into a unification for the WBO, WBC, and WBA belts with Fundora? Like, I got to be honest with you. Like, I can't see Crawford being motivated for that fight. I just can't see it. I'm being honest with you. Even when I'm watching Fundora and I'm impressed, fighting tall, working behind the jab, still has some bad habits, but no boxer is perfect. But when I look at it, Crawford fighting Canelo, I'm being honest with you. I understand why he's not taking the chance to come out here and fight a Fundora, or fight a Murtazali, or fight a Virgil Ortiz as an interim bout before going out here and fighting Canelo. Now, of course, Canelo could still pull the rug from underneath Crawford. He could say, all right, I fought Skull, I beat Skull. I don't want to fight Crawford. Let Fundora come up to 168. That's a challenge for me. He could do that. We don't know, but it looks like Canelo's going to fight Crawford. But you just don't know what's going to happen with Canelo. But outside of Canelo, because I'm really watching the way Crawford moving, let me tell y'all, man, There's no one that can motivate that dude. What more can Crawford do? What more can he do? When I see people saying Terence Crawford putting duck sauce on the fried rice, he won't fight Murtaza Aliyev. He won't fight Xander Zayas. He still didn't fight Tim Tszyu. He didn't fight Jamel Charlo. Why don't he give Earl Spence the rematch at 154? Why doesn't he do this? Hey, why don't you hold your horses and stop taking to the stupid? Crawford's reached a point he can pick and choose. And I know some fans still want to see Crawford come out here and fight some of their favorite fighters. Crawford ain't doing that, man. This man, almost 40 years old, while he still has some of that youth in him, because it's going to disappear. It can happen overnight. I'm telling you. I'll be 50 this year. I'm still very athletic. But I'm not athletic like I was when I was 20, 30, 40. But I'm still athletic for a guy about to be 50. Terence Crawford's doing the right thing. He'll fight Canelo, win or lose. If he wins, I see a rematch. Because that'll be motivation. Because the money. And also he's fighting Canelo again. But if he loses, I don't think Crawford does anything. I think he'll hang him up. Because if he loses, okay, what's he going to do now? Pull a Roy Jones and strip off all the muscle and squeeze back down to 154? But really, making 154 is not the easiest thing for Terence Crawford. It takes work for him to get to 154. He's not eating potatoes and shit so he can make 154. No. He's got a nutritionist there. He's a dietitian. He's got the right strength and conditioning guy. He's got a bunch of very intelligent people that help him melt down to 154. So, Crawford's not, I'm not saying he's a guy who's should be fighting at 168 because you got guys melting down from 200, 210 to 168. You know what I'm saying? Crawford doesn't melt down from a weight like that. But he can make 168. He still has to cut some. But to get down to 154, you got to put some work in. Why would he do that? So this unification, unless there's some serious money on the line, I just don't see Crawford being motivated. Plus, why would Crawford want to get in there with a guy, even though I think he beats Fundora, who can throw 100 punches around every round? Let me tell you something. If Crawford and Fundora are talking about fighting, I think Earl Spence will give Terence Crawford the phone call. What's up, brother? Yeah, leave that Fundora alone. Oh, yo, really? Yeah, you were supposed to fight him. Earl, why didn't you fight him? You put duck sauce on the fried rice? Nah, man. Hey, you ain't hear this from me. But if Fundora throwing them 100 punches around, yeah, you go, nah, that's all I'm going to say. You figure it out. Oh, damn. Think he on that EPO? I don't know if he on EPO, if he on APO, if he R2, D2, C3PO. I don't know what he doing. But I ain't fighting that motherfucker. I bet he'll get the call from Earl Spence saying, yo, leave that dude alone. I remember, there's no proof of anything, but I'm just saying, I bet you a bug will fly in his ear and say, stay away from him. There's a reason why Earl Spence, you think about it now. Earl Spence wanted to come back to boxing. Gonna fight Fundora, got in the ring, called Fundora out. Now, you know Earl Spence isn't the kind of guy to call out somebody and just disappear. We know Earl Spence isn't like that. Earl Spence had all the motivation and he had all the desires to come back in an ambitious effort and fight for the WBO and WBC strap against Sebastian Fundora. I'm telling you, something happened. It ain't that Earl Spence family sat around and kumbaya and said, no, Crawford beat a pound of flesh out of you. The car accident took your life. You're lucky to still have you here. You got revived. You lost flesh off your skin, teeth. Your body was broken up. We're so lucky to have you here. Don't go back and fight no more. That's not what happened. I'm telling you, something got back to Earl Spence about Fundora that made Earl Spence say, F this. I'm not going to come in here now and be a springboard for Sebastian Giraffe Fundora. I'm telling you. Y'all can say, well, how you know that? Common sense, man. Common sense, man. Earl Spence calling people out. That Earl Spence is not Teofimo Lopez. He ain't Ryan Garcia. You know what I'm saying? He ain't gonna come out here and just call out a bunch of people just to call people out. He not gonna get in the ring just to get in the ring. Earl Spence not gonna do that. Okay, so let's put some respect on the dude's name. Yeah, I'm glad Earl Spence isn't coming back to fight. I personally don't think he'll beat Fundora. Especially if Fundora throwing all them punches and then he's working with his jab now and shooting the uppercut and he learned how to loop his hand, loop his shots and get them around opponent's gloves. Earl Spence could be in trouble. But there's something more there. I just wish Earl Spence would have given us a little bit more. He kind of left us in a holding pattern. But that being said, for those saying Fundora and Crawford should get it on, I'd like to see it. I think Crawford beats him, to be honest with you. I mean, he's tall. He got, the long. He got legs. He can move across the ring fairly smoothly. He got some speed and shit. But I think Crawford beats him. And I don't think Crawford should be messing with him. And to be honest with you, I don't think he should be fighting Murtazaliev. I think Crawford should let everybody else at 154 scrap. And I know that some people say, oh, man, keep Crawford in the protection program. What more you want that dude to do? You know what I'm saying? I'll put it to you this way. For everybody saying Crawford would lose to these opponents, Fundora, Murtazaliev, he would lose to Ortiz, right? I get it. That's what y'all feel. He would lose to Bohocha. What I'm telling you is those would be difficult fights, all right? I'm telling you, I think they would. But I don't know if I'm ready to say he would lose. When have you ever seen Crawford in a fight where it looked like he was about to lose? People want to bring up, when he fought Uriak his gun boy, man, kill that noise. Or when he fought Mean Machine, kill that noise. When have you seen him, when he fought Jose Benavidez Jr.? Hey, again, when did it look like Crawford was in bad shape through that whole fight and he just happened to get a gift decision? That's all I'm saying. If Crawford runs into turbulence in the fight, he makes adjustments, and then he decides to up it. And when he ups it, it's over. And he's been able to do that in every one of his fights. Sometimes he doesn't even have to get to that point because there's something special about his hands. And people can say, it's because of his resume. His resume is weak. I don't know what more you want this guy to do. It's like people out here still talking about Roy Jones has a weak resume. What you want these guys to do? You know what I'm saying? Now that he's become a two-time undisputed, Fundora out here got a good win against this guy Conwell. But I mean, who's Conwell? But it's a good win, but who's Conwell? Alexander Zayas, like he and Fundora about to fight. Now people saying Crawford should fight the winner of Fundora Zayas after Crawford fights Canelo. Y'all can keep wishing for it, but Crawford ain't going to do it. He's going to keep turning down them fights at 154 because at the end of the day, Crawford said he wants to fight for money now. And unless there's some big money fight, I'm telling you, he ain't going to do it. And for those people thinking, there's no way in the world Crawford, if he beats Canelo, he would fight Dimitri Bivol. Hold your horses. Let's not take it to the stupid. Why wouldn't he go fight Bivol? If he beats Canelo, why not? Bivol already said he can make 168. Didn't Bivol say that? If Crawford's undisputed at 168, that could be something to motivate him. Get the juices flowing. So now you got Crawford potentially going to fight Bivol. That should give you the Pacquiao De La Hoya vibes where it's like, this is dream fight type shit. But it could, you just never know. But first Crawford got to figure out Canelo because it's going to be a hard goddamn problem to solve. But if he gets past Canelito from Guadalajara, Jalisco, maybe it is Bivol. But Crawford got Turkey Al Sheikh supporting him. When Turkey's in the house every day is Thanksgiving, anything can happen in boxing. That being said, y'all keep cool. Terence Crawford turned down Unification at 154. Crawford going to keep turning down fighting at 154 unless there's some huge money there and he can get motivated because he doesn't have to. And when you don't have to do certain things, you know what? You don't do it. me being a retired guy. It's funny when people make comments in here. Yeah, your channel's not at 100,000. Well, we keep working, we'll get there. But my man, I'm all right. Trust me. You put your work in, get to your retirement. Then you make sure you have your investments. Make sure you start at 19 like I did. And you put everything in place, man. And you can sit there and be on cruise control to say, where I've been for the last 6 years, chilling and haven't missed a beat. You can do that too. Right? Learn. You don't want to listen to her channel. Learn from Crawford. Crawford got all that real estate and everything, man. Crawford's all right. And there ain't nobody at 154 to motivate that guy unless they come with a $100 million payout. That could motivate him. Other than that, Crawford ain't doing it. And that may not even be enough. Because, why do something you don't need to? Y'all keep cool. Shout out to the veterans on 7 continents. I need to do more videos about Earl Spence. I think I am. To try to understand what this man was trying to tell us, because he spoke in code. But it sounded like he was suggesting that there's some shit with Fundora. He wouldn't say his name, but I need to try to press him on Twitter, see if we can get him to talk. Y'all keep cool. I'm in the breeze.